Hello everyone, I'm here with a new process video. I'm working on photos from Milwaukee. I've got two 6x8 pages here, and I apologize in advance for the lighting. It's a very, very gray day here today, and even with all the lights on, it still kind of looks like in here. So I'll try to fix that when I'm in post-production, if you will, and see if I can make that better. But for now, this is what I have to work with. And this is going to be an interesting layout because, so you can see, this is about books. I went to an independent bookstore when I was in Milwaukee. I love to do that when I'm anywhere new. If I can find one near what I'm doing, I want to pop in there. But I had already done this middle section here because I got this bookmark when I was in the store, and I thought, oh, that'll be fun. It's pretty good size where I could cut it down, put something behind it, make a 3x8 insert out of it. So I did that. I added all the stickers and everything, and then I did this on the back. I love this funny saying from Louisa May Alcott. And I've had these little stamp looking things forever. I think these were from an old Kelly Perky kit before it was Paper Person, and I've had them a long time. So I wanted to use those. So I did that, but then I realized, oh, it's probably going to have to go between these. So now whatever I do sort of has to go with this. So I have picked out some cards here, and I have 3 and I have 2 spots. So I just have to figure out what's going to go where, but I like them all. I think these are from the same set. They kind of look like the same design style. This one, I have no idea. Don't remember where I got that one. But what's interesting too about this is we were there right before St. Patrick's Day. And so the display in the shop, this is Boswell Books, was all green. Books that had green covers. So I have to match some green. It does appear here too, but not nearly as much as here. All of these do have it, but these two certainly have more. So I have to figure out, does that work? That seems very busy. As does this, though I like it because it's got some other colors there that pop, that orange and pinky coral color. They certainly work. And then this, now of course, I love this. My eye loves it because I've got white happening in the middle, and then I've got a nice white space here. Plus, I do need some room for journaling because I want to journal about it. So it's really just a matter of figuring out like which of these is going to go best where, and then I have to eliminate one of them. Obviously, I'm just not sure how I'm going to do that. I do also have some book-related embellishment and ephemera pieces here. I used to have a ton more because a while back, if you've been following me for a while, you probably remember this. I did a traveler's notebook for multiple years where I would scrap and journal about the books I read. I loved doing that, but I have so many projects that I had to cut it. Maybe I'll come back to it at some point, but for now I don't see that happening. So I gave away a lot of the book-related things I had. I think I only kept 2 stamp sets and then these embellishments right here. Now I have some digital files, so I could print and cut again if needed, but I'm trying to stick with what I have. But I pulled all those out, so it's a bunch of just different phrases, ephemera pieces. I love this one. Doesn't work here, but I love it. I love this sticker. Just different things that might be usable. And then I also have this acrylic piece, which I've also had a long time, that simply says reading. I don't think that one's going to work here. It's too big, and I didn't actually read while I was in the store. I just shopped and then bought books. But I want to see if I can use any of this here because I just don't have occasion to use it anymore like I used to. So rather than letting it sit in my stash forever, I want to get it on some pages. All right, I think I've decided on my card placement here. I went with both the cards that had the most white on them just to balance out this. And then when you flip this over, I also have some white here. Then you see it pretty much, on every page. That's part of the layout. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Love this because it gives me journaling room. This one, don't really have to do anything with it. It's cute just as it is. And one of the things I liked about this one, I'll have to look it up to figure out who it is. And if I can figure it out, I'll link it below. But this set had different skin tones and hair tones that you could change. So you could pretty much make it whatever you wanted. Now, my hair is naturally brown, but when I spend a lot of time out in the sun, it gets red highlights that are quite obvious. My grandmother was a redhead. And so I liked her. And so I decided to go with a redhead. But so I have all that. Now the fun part begins. I get to do all the embellishment stuff. Now, the only trick is that, look at these photos. These are very busy, so I'm gonna have to be careful about what I choose and where I place it. And in addition to this, I think I'm gonna grab out just some sort of generic sticker phrases just to do something that's a little bit more generic, where I don't have to use something book themed. I could just use a phrase that still works or combine it in some way so that my pages aren't just filled with extra stuff. I think I have found at least one sticker I want to use. I have this set. These are from Pretty Little Studio. They're from the Document Lifeline. I think those are still available. If I can find that, I'll link that as well. I like this one that says definitely reason to smile, because I love books. I was a literature major in my undergrad life, and that love has continued. So I love the written word and in all its many forms. And I like these because they're gray. There's gray here and here, like that's a good neutral and it's not overpowering. So I think I'm going to take definitely reason to smile and put it down here. There's a lot of dead space. It'll help liven that up a little bit, plus add some continuity between here and here. And then I'll have to look to see if there's one that would also work maybe on this side. I've got this dead space here, but this might be better because if I've got something on the lower left, I don't want something on the lower left here too. Design wise, that just would irk me kind of. I want it to feel more balanced, but I'll start with this one and we'll see how it goes. After I put the sticker on it, I realized when these were like this, I didn't like it because the phrase was here on the left, also here on the left. So I'm going to switch these. I'm not super happy about the fact that now these are closer together. I liked it when they were on the ends, but I think it's fine because there will be this divider between them. It's white close to white, but it is what it is. In order to get this to work, I think that's what I have to do. Plus, this is kind of nice that the sign is right there as you walk in, just as it is when you turn the page. It's the first thing you'll see, so you'll know, oh, I was at Boswell Books, so that's good. Over here, it doesn't really affect anything, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep that there. But if I put something here, I might decide I don't like those next to each other and then flip them. And then I've got the same issue here, and technically these would be next to each other, but you won't see it that way because this is in between. I'm willing to do whatever works once I pick out what's gonna go here, I think. So I'm gonna work on that and then I'll be back. All right, I found something to go here, and it's another sticker, but it's not from this same sheet. I pulled out these. They are gray as well, and there's this one that says keep killing it. And I really enjoyed this bookstore. My husband actually did too. We bought books, we found a puzzle, I got a bookmark, I got lots of stuff. So I was happy to support a small business, local business to Milwaukee, which is great. And they were killing it. They did an awesome job in that store. So I want to use that one, and I think I'm going to place it right up here. I think I'm going to trim off the end a little bit. It's a little bit too long. Here is fine. I could put a staple in if I want, although I didn't over here, so I may not. I may trim both ends just to make it fit a little better, but we'll see. I did decide to trim off both ends because it was just too long. So now I can just apply it up here. I'm going to go flush to the right side. Is that even? Yes, I think so. All right, so now I have all of this like so, and I just need to decide, does it need anything else? There's some space here. I could stamp there or something, but then I'd have that same problem that these would be stacked, which I don't like. This might be it. I'm gonna take a minute and just look at it all together and decide, but it might be done. In looking at this all put together, I think it is done. It's very busy, so I don't really want to overload it with anything else. So this is how it'll appear in the album, and then you'll get to flip this fun little bookmark insert I did 3x8. I really love this one actually. And then I love all the white space here, plus the colorful books, and I love the way these are stacked, and you can see the way these are stacked. It just worked out really well. So here's another one done for Milwaukee. Thanks for watching.